The Aquari Empire had conquered 17 systems with a single, devastating advantage: hydroweapons. Their technology could weaponize any form of water, turning rain into projectiles, humidity into blades, even the moisture in a being's own body into instruments of destruction. When they turned their attention to Earth's outer colonies, they expected another easy victory. Commander Reef stood on the bridge of his flagship, watching the blue-green world of New Atlantis through the viewport. The human colony was 89% ocean, perfect for Aquari conquest. Pathetic, his lieutenant gurgled through gill slits. They chose a water world to colonize. They've handed us victory. The Aquari were aquatic themselves, evolved in the deep oceans of their homeworld. Their hydroweapons were extensions of their biology, powered by organs that could manipulate water at the molecular level. No species had ever found a counter. "Begin the assault," Reef commanded. The first wave hit New Atlantis at dawn. Aquari fighters descended through the atmosphere, gathering moisture from clouds, turning morning mist into millions of ice needles that rained down on human settlements. The humans didn't run. Marine Colonel Jessica Hayes watched the ice barrage from her command post, completely unfazed. "They're using water as a weapon?" She actually laughed. "Against humans? Did they do any research on our species?" Earth was 71% water. Humans were 60% water. Their entire civilization had been built around managing, surviving in, and utilizing water. They drowned in it, frozen in it, boiled it, surfed it, and turned it into every conceivable tool long before they ever left their planet. "All units," Hayes broadcast, "implement Operation Neptune's Irony." The Aquari's second wave involved turning the colony's own irrigation system against them, pressurizing water lines until they became hydraulic cutters. Lieutenant Finn Ross, a former Chicago City Water Department supervisor, just shook his head and shut off the main valves. "Seriously?" he muttered, rerouting the entire system through backup channels he'd installed. "I've dealt with worse pressure problems from winter freeze damage." The Aquari commander watched in confusion as humans emerged wearing what looked like primitive rubber suits. Wetsuits, they'd learn later, something humans had invented just for fun, to play in environments that would kill most species. Then the humans started fighting back. Not with advanced energy weapons or shields, but with techniques that predated their space age by millennia. They dug channels that redirected the Aquari's water attacks. They used simple pumps, technology so basic the Aquari hadn't considered it, to create vacuums that dispersed hydroweapons before they could form. Dr. Alan Sterling, a meteorologist who'd been studying New Atlantis's weather patterns, weaponized the colony's irrigation satellites. "You want to play with water?" he said, typing furiously. "Let's talk about something called cloud seeding." Within hours, he'd turned the entire weather system against the Aquari. Rain fell upward. Fog banks became solid walls. The humidity the aliens relied on for ammunition dropped to zero in combat zones, leaving them gasping. But the real shock came when the humans went on the offensive. Navy SEAL veteran Marcus Torres led an aquatic assault team, humans who'd trained to fight underwater, in conditions that would terrify most land-based species. They boarded Aquari vessels through the very water intakes the aliens used for their weapons. "Funny thing about water," Torres said, planting charges throughout the ship. "Humans have been weaponizing it for thousands of years. Ever heard of a water mill? Hydraulic press? Steam engine?" The Aquari tried to drown him. Torres had held his breath for 7 minutes during training. He finished placing the charges. The decisive moment came when Colonel Hayes revealed humanity's ultimate water weapon. Something so primitive the Aquari couldn't comprehend it. "Release the surfactants," she ordered. Humans had learned to break water's surface tension with soap. Simple dish soap, deployed in massive quantities, turned the Aquari's precisely controlled water weapons into useless splashes. Their molecular manipulation required water's cohesive properties. Without surface tension, their greatest advantage became worthless liquid. Commander Reef watched his forces retreating in chaos, their hydroweapons failing, their ships contaminated with a substance humans used for cleaning dishes. "How?" He gasped into the communication system. Water is our domain. We are the masters of hydro combat. Hayes responded personally. Commander, humans have a saying, don't bring water to a pool party. We've been playing with water since before we could walk. We swim for fun. We pressure wash driveways. We have water guns as children's toys. She paused, letting it sink in. You thought water was your advantage? We put it in balloons and throw it at each other for entertainment. The Aquari Empire never attacked another human world. The humiliation of being defeated by dish soap and basic plumbing was too great. Humans added another saying to their collection. Never get in a water fight with a species that invented the super soaker.